Strange place. Not inside like other human places.
Yeah, thanks, Strong. Hello, JDs and Lentilmen. This is a narrated video tour for a change. There's some context and story behind this one that I wanted to share that will be lost if I just share the visuals. And Strong's colorful commentary. This is a build at Coastal Cottage. It is most notably based on a real-life place. So I went to visit some family of mine a couple of months ago, and they live on an island. And I got to meet my new nephew, and I came home and was sad to not be there with them anymore, and I built their house, and this is it. Also, I apologize for the crappy voiceover audio quality. I do not have a microphone that is up to the task, but that may get fixed in the future, or I might just shut up for every future video. Anyway, this is their home.
Home.
Yes, Strong. Home. If you have been to any houses on Pacific Islands, for instance, you know that many of them are built up kind of on stilts. Some of them have big old porches about the size of the entire interior of the place that they call a lanai, or maybe just a porch. And this one is at their house, very newly built. And shit, we're gonna hit this doorknob. I'll do a not floaty camera tour here. So they have a newborn. It's about 2 years old, and another newborn. And so the baby gates are a thing at their place. And also lots of toys and blocks and books, and occasionally food prep areas with machetes laying around. So when I translated this build into the Fallout universe, it seemed like Coastal Cottage was the place to build this, not just because near the water, obviously, but because of all the settlement locations in the Commonwealth, it seemed like the least surrounded by enemies. And this is their very well packed kitchen, dining room. Mostly what is in this little homestead is related to food, sustenance, taking care of a little one, and once you see the lower level, that's where the Scavenger part of the title comes in. A lot of things to be fixed up, cleaned up, made functional again, collected for later use. This whole house kind of falls into that category. Here be the master bedroom. I think one of the biggest challenges about building this place is not the decorating or placement of things, it's the structure itself. One of the more challenging things was, how do you get all of these doors so close together and also functional and not blocking one another, and also somewhat reasonable on the square footage of a closet, comparable to the real life one. Took some doing, but I think the house is about 3x3, maybe 4x4, roughly, and squeezing 3 rooms across into that. 2 somewhat bigger than the middle one. Man, super challenging. Glad I have place everywhere, but that was fun to figure out.
This stuff tiny. Too small for humans. Maybe this camp for little humans. Strong not scared of this place. Just not want to stay here anymore.
Oh, Strong has some repressed childhood memories. That's adorable. This is less adorable. It's just tech storage. You know, ham radio, chems, things to keep your baby healthy and or creepily record them. And keep them out. Baby gate, also very important. Especially if it's, you know, spiky like that one. Hey, Christmas tree! We went to visit them over the holidays, so our tree, since it was an island in the ocean, that's about what it looked like. Really the only difference between this room and the real-life specimen is the color of the walls. And after 200 years, the color has faded from these walls. They would have been probably purple and orange and very bright. And this is the little one's little stroller, because that's something that you would use in this sort of environment. This post-apocalyptic utopia. That's a nice view anyway. They actually had a gnome. I didn't just add that because I was being cheeky. There was a gnome on their shelves in their house. So as I walk down the stairs, you'll see all these bottles along the edge of this part of the house's frame, and that is from the little settlers in this particular settlement as they built and fixed up their house and did some gardening and landscaping and whatnot. There was a lot of trash in the ground and in the bushes and stuff like that, and they just collected it and were saving it and using it there in case they need glass for any future crafting projects. And this guy here that we're standing in is an outdoor shower, which is not so modest or private, but great view. Over there is the little pet red stag. You can kind of see, based on how this little section is built, that this is a more recent addition to the homestead. This little lanai porch, including the underside area. And below is what I like to call the Scavenger's wet dream. There's a couple of workbenches down here. Fix up some old armor, clean up some weapons, peel the rust and future tetanus off of all of your blades. That's mostly it for the underside of this particular... Oh, I forgot the little garden area. Lots of little planters. So it'll eventually be a nice food source, so that they're not living entirely on just fruit from this one tree and fish from somewhat mirelurk infested waters and gold infested beaches. And that's it! Thanks, oh, wait, no, that's not it. We're at Coastal Cottage. There's that little cave area. So something happened at the little homestead here. Liberty Prime has bad aim and almost destroyed this house entirely once. And well, you can see it was not a victimless crime. Poor little Bessie. Sacrificed yourself so that we could all make it. We would give her a dignified funeral, but you kind of don't want to set off the little megaton. And that's it. For my narration, at least, there's a little bit more of a silent, shut the hell up with your bad microphone tour. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Stick around though if you are tired of looking at this settlement. Skip to the end, don't leave yet. At about 13.5 minutes there's some previews of stuff that I'll be posting next. But otherwise, enjoy a little bit more slow motion flying camera. Captain Kirk narrated. I'm gonna shut up now, door. And that is the Scavenger's Homestead of Coastal Cottage. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed building this, not just because it's got obvious sentimental value to me, but because trying to recreate a real world structure in Fallout Settlement Builder is a huge creative challenge. I did this with as few mods as possible and then just enhanced the decoration once I installed mods. And I encourage you guys to do similar with places you know and like. Anyway, bye!
Keep little woman away from strong. Strong no like.